Hey gang, thank you for joining me at Two Texas Lobsters React. And today I've got a fun video. It's called What If You Were the Last Person on Earth? And without any further ado, let's get right on into it. This ought to be good.
Where did everybody go? Zombies? Rapture? One big surprise party? Off the planet? For whatever reason, you are the last human on Earth. So what do? Eat like a king? Move into Buckingham Palace? Drive fast, blow things up, be naked all the time?
Probably that one, but I would go crazy because I need people. When I am out on a contract and I'm alone in this little room, man, my mind starts to go. So I know the first thing I would go is crazy for sure.
Or would you pretend you weren't alone? How long would you last? This is What If, and here's how you can survive as the last person on Earth. So, you wake up one day and find you're the only person left in the world. Kinda cool, right? No obligations, no rules, no limits. Go nuts! Step 1. Enjoy the good things while you can. Go for the exotic fruits first. If your mangoes and bananas are imported from overseas, chances are they'll be hard to come by. So eat them while you can and enjoy every last bite. Step 2. Find a secure source of fuel. You might think that with no one stopping you, you could go anywhere. But not so fast. All those abandoned cars, boats, and planes you see lying around will be useless in about 2 years when their fuel goes stale. Guess you'll be sticking around, but for how long? Step 3. Find a place to live. If water, food, and shelter are your basic needs, shelter would be the easiest to come by. You'd literally have a world of homes to choose from.
Man, that'd be
But
great.
be careful where you settle down. Cities would become dangerous, since without proper maintenance, they'd start to fall apart pretty quickly. Nature's elements, rain, frost, and heat, would take their toll. Rot and mold would become widespread, and vegetation would crack through concrete and break through glass. But even if you were able to fight back against nature's reclamation of the land, all it takes is one bolt of lightning to start a citywide fire, and you can't call the fire department, so run for the hills. Step 4. Get yourself some protection. But even the country isn't all that safe. First of all, there are predators you'd need to defend against. Wild dogs, feral cats, bears. But you'd only have to worry about them as long as you could still breathe. There are more than 400 nuclear power plants in the world. And once their automated safety systems began to fail without human supervision, there would be meltdowns across the planet, rendering many regions simply uninhabitable. Step 5. Find some food. In terms of food, the city would be your best bet. Supermarkets have enough canned and frozen food to last you for decades. Whereas in the country, crops and
It reminds me of that movie, and I saw a couple of clips of I Am Legend. There was a movie, Last Man on Earth, I think it was, with Vincent Price. If you want to watch a good movie, watch Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price. That was very good. What would you do? What would you do if you were the last man or woman on Earth? Put it down in the comments. I'm interested to know.
livestock would start to dwindle without proper care or protection from predators. But if natural is more your style, you'd have to go back to the old ways of hunting with a spear or bow, since ammunition would be limited and harder.
Learn how to can your food. When COVID hit and we were all on lockdown and I was worried about the grocery stores because, man, let me tell you, you were there. Learn how to can food in a real pressure canner. Learn how to make soap. Stock up on some things. You saw what panic buying did. Stock up on ammunition, for one thing. And yeah, eventually ammunition will dwindle and go away. You won't be able to find as much of it, but learn how to make your own bullets and shells. There's so much you can teach yourself. Learn how to garden. Make a garden. There's so much you can do. And not that that would help you in this. It is a pretty bad situation. It would help. I guess it would help. It would solve the problem. You're still going to be alone. But Learn how to be self-sufficient, I guess is what I'm saying.
To come by. Maybe you could grow your own little vegetable garden, but that would cut into your water resources. Step
Rainwater.
6. It's all about the water. Without other humans, you'd be without electricity. Water pumping stations and treatment works would shut down, and the fresh water kept in reservoirs would go stale quite quickly. You could rely on bottled water, and you'd probably have thousands of liters to go through, but eventually you'd have to learn how to purify your own. Step 7. Start learning. You'd have to teach yourself a lot of things, but lucky for you, you've got a lot of time on your hands, and millions of books out there with all the information you'd need to survive effectively on your own. So while it might be hard at first, you could technically survive as the last human on Earth. But would you really want to? Humans evolved together as social creatures in order to survive. We joined forces against hunger and harsh weather and built families and communities to share stories, empathize, and keep each other happy and healthy. Human contact has been scientifically proven to build trust and reduce stress. So while it's apt to cramp your style, be glad it's a small world. We need each other more than you think.
Wow, that was a good video. And if you had showed me that video 10 years, 15, 20 years ago, whatever, just it'd have been another video. But look at the way things are going on Earth right now. Look, Lake Mead is drying up. There's rivers all over the world drying up. We're running out of food. We're running out of water. The president doesn't know who he is. There's a lot of horrible things happening right. Look at Russia right now attacking Ukraine. They were going to attack Japan. We've got the king of beers, now the queen of beers. And man, the world is coming to an end. You need to know Jesus Christ. I'm not going to get into that with you right now, but Jesus is a savior, right? He's our savior. He died for us on the cross. But if you do nothing today, learn how to can your own food, make your own soap, prepare, stock up. Man, you're going to need it, okay? Get a couple of hens, lay some eggs. This is a great video. And if it says nothing, it says learn how to be self-sufficient. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.